favorite things to do when I was a kid, and then later to let my kids do, was just when it's hot to just set up a sprinkler, a water sprinkler, and let the kids put on their bathing suits and just run through it and laugh and giggle. And when we did that when I was a kid, my parents never stressed about it. When I was a parent doing that when they were younger, I never got stressed about it. I never said, wouldn't it be terrible if instead of water coming out of that sprinkler that there was some sort of corrosive acid or nasty poison? Never crossed my mind, because I knew I'd taken the sprinkler and I'd attached it to the water hose, and the water hose went right back to the faucet by the house, and that spigot was attached to the water for the whole county, and that water from the county was water that had been taken out of a river and then put through a serious purification process, and lots of other things a lot of bad things are taken out, good things like a little bit of chlorine are put in, and I never worried. It may not always be perfect water, but I never worried about it being poisonous water. Well, in James chapter 3, James talks about something like that about us. And he talks about how out of our mouths sometimes comes bitter water and sometimes comes sweet water. And that shouldn't be the case, because our mouths should be attached to our brains, and our brains should be plugged into Jesus. We talked yesterday that Jesus is all about loving people anyway, and Jesus is love, and God is love. And therefore, what should be coming out of our mouths should be love. And if there's something else coming in out of our mouths, it's because we've plugged into something else. We've plugged into our own hatred, our own resentment, our own anger, our own fallenness. And today, if you're hearing what's coming out of your mouth, and what's coming out of your mouth isn't love from Jesus, isn't grace from Jesus, then you need to see what else is hooked into you right now. And maybe you need to unplug your jealousy and your anger, and you need to tighten your grip on Jesus, because what's coming out of your mouth should be a reflection of His love and His grace and nothing else. And that's today's Jumpstart.